Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Agni and I'm going to be introducing to OWASP Juice Shop. Before we get into the demo today, I am going to go over a disclaimer. OWASP Juice Shop is a web application that is made to be vulnerable. Everything done here today in this demo is for an educational purpose. Juice Shop is running on my machine, so everything I do on this demo, I have permission to do. If you perform any SQL ejections or man-in-the-middle attacks without permission, you can face legal issues. So let's get into this demo. From looking at the website here, as you see, it looks like a normal e-commerce website, which is the cool part about Juice Shop. Is it looks normal. You like most people wouldn't bat an eye at this. They would just see a website that's trying to sell juice with a really weird currency. But in the back end, it's very vulnerable, which then you can learn and train people with this tool to understand how to spot vulnerabilities in web design. You see the customer feedback, like all that doesn't ring a bell. But then once you hit scoreboard, this is where you start noticing it ain't a normal website. It has a full gamification kind of concept where if like you kind of want to meet goals and stuff, we'll go back talk about that in a little bit. I'm going to show off one way to quickly tell this is a vulnerable website. If you type in FTP, if you remove the number sign and just type in FTP, it will take you to the FTP page, which is where most of the files in the back end are supposed to be. And on most websites, if you do that, it'll just give you a 404 error or just redirect you back to the home page. This is something you usually would never see on a very non-vulnerable website. And as you can see, as I'm highlighting right now, I'm running it on a localhost, which means I installed this from the source. There are other ways you can install. You can use Docker. You can use Vanguard and VirtualBox. Each way, if you prefer using Docker, then use Docker. If you want to use Vanguard VirtualBox, go right ahead. I just found localhost to be the easiest way because it only took about 5 commands and took about like 20 or 30 minutes to get installed. But first, you need to use Node.js. If you this is you want to download this first. Sometimes if you run other commands before it will not run properly. I would recommend to get the 14.17.5 version instead of the 16 one, due to the fact that there is no current version of Juice Shop that runs on the 16 version. And after that, you will need to use the git clone command on the Git website, on the GitHub website. If you do not have the git command yet, you will need that before you can start this process. So I'd look into installing that. After that, you will open up your CD file in a Juice Shop. Since you downloaded it from the GitHub, you have it now in your CD drive. And once you have your CD open to Juice Shop, you will type in npm install, which will start installing the files from the Juice Shop. And that takes about 20-30 minutes. But once you reach the midway point, you will get this command. And it is just asking if you want to share the data with them. You can say yes or no. It does not really matter what you say. I usually say yes, but it will work no matter what, and it'll take about the same time. And then once that is all finished and installed, you will see npm and start. This is once you have installed it, you never have to do that command ever again. You just gotta type in cd juice shop and then npm start, and you're all good. And then after that the last step is to go to localhost port 3000, and you will be taken to Juice Shop, and you'll see it running. So now I'm going to go over the scoreboard a little bit and how the gamification kind of works. So as you can see, there is all these little like difficulties and stars and description of what you can do, and there's like a little like notation that kind of gives you like tell you what this is about and how, and gives you kind of hints how to do it, because it wants you to learn how to defend against these or learn what these vulnerabilities are. And each star relates, like 1 star is really easy and 6 can take maybe a week or 2 to get done. So now I'm going to create an account. You can use pretty much any login that you want. I don't think I made an account yet, so I'm going to make a new one real quick. Let me get into this. Setup is fairly easy. You don't have to use a real email at all, because none of this really matters anyway. So I'm just going to use mail@mail.com. Password, you'll see that in a minute. Repeat it again. Pick a security thing. Let's do movie. And my favorite movie is movie. But right now, while I'm making this account, I have Wireshark running in the background because this is running on HTTP, which is a unsecure protocol, and everything that is sent through it runs as open. This is runs as text. It doesn't. There is nothing that is encrypting it. So when I log into this, my credentials are sent just in straight text. So let me stop this thing real quick and scroll through here and try to find the login file. All right, where is it? Yep, there it is. So let me click on this logon one real quick. As you can see on the bottom, it says mail@mail as my email, or as my email, and then as my password, it says 12345, which was the password I used. And it's why HTTP you don't see much anymore because it sends everything through clear text. So I'm going to quickly sign out of this account, and then I'm going to do a SQL injection to try to get into an admin account. SQL injections can be, if you figure out a server or a website is using SQL or MySQL and they didn't do it properly, you can easily get into an admin account with a SQL injection. I'm right now just doing or equals 1 and then 2 dashes, and if you don't have anything in the password, it won't go through. It needs something there. But as you can see, I logged in as the notification kind of gave me. That's kind of like the fun part aspect of this is like telling you, hey, look, you just logged into an admin account. And as being an admin account, I'm gonna see if I can see the administration like page and see like everyone's login and stuff, which I can. And you can see all the users, which there's 21 of them. All right, there's another one. There's a test at test.com, and then here's mine, the mail@mail.com. And like as I click here, it gives you a little description of each user and like when they last updated and stuff. Good. I will say one thing that's nice. It doesn't give out the password, which I feel like because Juice Shop's gonna want you to work for that to get those passwords. Because then there are other challenges to get passwords for other users, and as you can see, this is what the admin user account looks like. All right. So that is, and I'm gonna quickly log out to see if I can like uh, access that administration account, just being a regular user or just being like someone who is not an admin to see if it's possible for me to enter it. And let me just quickly type administration in, just autofill, and it gives me a 3 error, which is blocked my access, which that is you would normally want to see. So that is pretty much it for my demo. I hope that everyone who watched this learned a pretty good amount about OWASP Juice Shop. I highly recommend to look into it and maybe install it. I hope everyone has a very nice day, and goodbye.